Thanks for joining me. I'm Brent with Boppa Knows. Today, we're working on the Pit Boss Pro Series tabletop pellet grill. What happened was I did the warm-up on it to burn everything off. The next time I used it, I cooked some beautiful smoked burgers that everyone loved. And then my wife and I were camping, and I wanted to make the most delicious smoked ribeye steaks. And guess what? Nothing happened. I didn't know what was going on. I took it apart, plugged it in, pulled the cover off, and my auger wasn't working. Yeah, the auger wasn't working after using it 3 times. Anyways, you just hang in there. We'll be right back, and I'm going to show you how to fix it. And we're back. This is how we're going to start. We have to take this grate off. Take this grate off. We have to disconnect the handle right here so we can pull that out. That's out. And we pull this heat shield off. Yay. And now we can see what we're looking at is the auger down here is not turning. And I can hear the motor turning, but the auger is not turning. So I know it's an auger problem, and I've looked all over YouTube trying to figure out how to fix this. And they say most pit bosses, you can follow these directions, and you know you can fix an auger and on all their grills. Not the tabletop one, so I'm going to show you how to do that. What you want to do is be sure and get rid of all your excess pellets. Just get them out. I used my shop vac, sucked them out, and then I turned it upside down and got rid of what few were left. So it's pretty empty right there. So right now, what we're going to do is this is what we need. We need a 7/64. I got a little T handle here. Need some wire cutters, a small Phillips, and some pliers. And of course I have my Boppa Knows. But I don't think I'm going to need this because my grill's not working. Okay, but I will be using this later, I hope. So here we go. 6 screws. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get these off. Okay, so I got that done. Got 6 screws out. Got this plate off. This looks scary in here, but it's really not, so don't worry about it. Now we have to take these 2 screws off. You got a electronic. So we're going to unscrew that. Now, mind you, there's a plate back behind there. These screws are longer than the 6 you took out. So just keep in mind you have these 2 longer screws that come out of your electronic control panel. Okay, so we have those out. Remember, those are longer, so it shouldn't be a problem. There is, way back here, what this attaches to, this control panel. There's a metal box right in here. It's right here. That this is it's hard to get it out. So you have to kind of finagle it. And that's what this board attaches to. So the screws go into this, but you have to get this out. But before you do that, you have to disconnect. You have all these connectors that you need to disconnect. So I suggest either you mark them or you take pictures of what you're doing, of which ones connect to what. There's one. Probably get that connector out of there. This one. Okay. This one. And I believe there's one more. This guy here. Okay. Now we can pull this. Oh, there's one more. That's for the temperature probe. It's right here. Little black one. It's not white like the other ones. This one's a lot smaller. and then you disconnect that. And you want to pull these connectors out. They won't all fit at the same time, so you have to kind of push them out one at a time. Get this guy out of here. Get that out. Okay, got our control board out. Let's put it someplace where it's not going to fall on the ground. Now we can get that box out of there, and it still takes some juggling to do that. But like I said, you have to do it in order to fix it. There we go. Okay, so you push it this way when it's in there, and then you get it turned this way and you pull it out. Very good. Okay, so now we have a collar screw. It's right in here. There's a little black screw right there, right where my finger is at. Right there, a little, it's like a little, just a Phillips screw that holds this collar in. So we're going to take our Phillips and we're going to take the screw out. Careful not to lose it. That would be a shame. Okay, all right, here's that screw right there. It's just real small. So now with all this screwed out, we can actually pull the motor. You have to, okay, there's some red wires here, power wires. There's a little plastic zip tie right there. I might just cut it. I thought it was loose enough. Just don't cut any wires. Oh crap, I cut the wire. No kidding. Ah. My wife's like, oh, you better not. Yeah. Oh, there comes some pellets. Okay, so we got it out. Let's get these pellets cleaned up. There's not very many, because that's why you really have to empty your hopper before you do this. Otherwise, you're going to have a real nasty mess. And that's what Mr. Shopback over there is for. I put a garbage bag in there when I sucked them out so I could reuse them. But this is what's going on. This is like, it's spinning. Okay. So, and it should be solid because you have that set screw in, which should hold this solid, but it doesn't. That's my problem. They didn't tack this well enough. They just barely tacked it. And it's a two-piece situation where this tube goes inside this tube, and that broke. So, I mean, if you know how to weld and you can do, heavy, I don't know what, I tried with my little wire feed, it wouldn't do it. So anyway, so what we're doing now is we use our 7/64. I think I'm going to use this guy. 7/64 Allen. And you'll need to get some pliers to hold this. It's a nylock nut. So we're just going to back that off. Okay. So got that, nylock, and this pulls out. We need to keep this. I'm just going to slide it on there for now. But this is what the problem is. This is spinning because it didn't get welded really well. So I called up Pit Boss, and I got to tell you, their customer service is really good. I talked to the lady on the phone, and she says, oh, it's a shear pin. No, it's a shear pin. I go, no, you don't understand. I go, can you like FaceTime me so I can show you what we're talking about? She's like, sure, no problem. So I FaceTimed her, and then I showed her what is going on, that this is spinning around, and it shouldn't. Should be one solid piece. And she's like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's not the shear pin. We're gonna get a new auger out to you right away. So here we go. This is the new one, and you can notice they ran a real nice bead along there, whereas mine, the one that broke, didn't have that bead. It just had a tack right there. So I'm pretty confident this is going to work good. So now we just put everything back the way that it was. this guy on here, put this on there, just bolt the Allen head, the 7/64 goes on there. Okay, get that, get the nylock nut, get it, hold it on there and get it, and got it started. Grab it with my pliers. Now I can finish tightening it up. Okay, that tight. You don't have to get real crazy about how tight you tighten it or whatnot. Okay, so now we're installing it again. I'm just going to clean out. Slide this in. And you got to be careful with this motor. It'll only go in one way. It won't go in that way. It won't go in that way. It won't go in that way. But, oh, look at that. It'll go in that way. Okay. So if you go to push it in and you think, wait, what's going on? It's not working. What we need to do is line up this on this white disc and that hole that we took this little teeny guy out. We need to get that and get it lined up in the hole, which is right about there, I think. Is that it? Holds the screw, and you'll need that. You'll either need a magnetic tip that'll hold onto that or one of these little grippy, grabby things. And then we're just going to slide it in there, put it through that collar into the plastic collar. Okay, tighten that up. There we go. I think that's, make sure it's, I don't want to over tighten it because it's just going into plastic. And there you go. Now we have to just hook all our wires back up, and you took a picture of it or you labeled which ones that you disconnected from it, and it's just as easy as, well, I gotta run this red wire back. I'm gonna put a zip tie on it right here just to hold that out of the way. There's a fan that spins when the auger is moving, and I think it cools the motor off or something. So okay, we're gonna put the zip tie in to hold that these red wires in place. Then I can cut that off. Don't cut the wires. Oh yeah, I cut the wires. Dang it, no. I'm gonna cut that one too. It's too long. Okay, so we're just gonna put everything back together the way that we took it apart, and we will be right back. Okay, so we're back. Now we're putting everything back together. We got we got our shaft back in, the auger, the set screw, the shear pin, all that's done. Wired up, got the wires done over here. So now we have to put this guy back in and on, not up. Okay, so you want this big circle down here pointing down. So here we go. Wish me luck. I'm probably going easier than it came out. Yeah, of course. Look at that. That's like so easy. It's unbelievable. So there's a channel that you have to get this into, and it does sit flush against this side here. So let's get this. Let's get all these wires pushed through the hole. I guess I kind of understand it because it stays in place while you're pushing all these through. Pull these through. Pull that one through. I've got one more, the temperature probe one to push through there, and I've got it. So now we turn this in here. Pull these through. This lined up. Okay, remember I told you that these screws were the longer ones. You have these other shorter ones for the side panel. They're short. These guys are longer. So we will put those in.
And what did we buy this for?
It was my early birthday present, and my wife bought it for me. Oh, okay. So now we get to the tedious job of getting all of these back wired back together the way they're supposed to be. Because you did mark them and or you took pictures, right? Oh, I forgot to take pictures. Dang it, I forgot to mark them too. I'm kidding. Pictures, I just need to go back. I can't do it while my wife is taping on my phone, so I will be cheating a little bit, but I know that this is the temperature probe. Get that hooked in there. I think it goes like this. No. Yeah, it goes like this. Yeah. Yep, definitely. Yeah, no charcoal. I didn't want to have to deal with that, and I love it. My son-in-law, he has a Traeger, and the things he can do with that is taken me years to learn how to smoke brisket, tri-tip, pork butt, ribs. He just like sets it and forgets it. So I figure when we're out camping, you know what? I don't have to be dealing with temperatures. I just set it and forget it. There. Okay, so I got the last of them. I got everything, all the wires hooked back up, hopefully the way they should be. Before I button everything up, I am going to plug it in, and we're going to make sure that Mr. Auger does what Mr. Auger is supposed to do. Oh, nothing's happening. I must have hooked something up wrong. Just kidding. Got to turn it on. Oh, there we go. I'm going to hit prime. Oh, Mr. Auger is working. See the auger? He's working. Okay. Just the last 6 screws. This is exciting. It's getting kind of late in the day. I thought I was going to do a chicken. I don't know. What time is it, honey? 6? I could smoke a chicken in 2 hours. Maybe we will be smoking. That's fine. We kind of ate a late lunch, so, or a late breakfast, which was actually lunch. So, yeah. Okay, so all that's left right now is 6. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna fill up the hopper, get this baby turned on, and put this back. I'll show you real quick. You just put this, slides on here. Make sure it's not sitting on top of that. I usually put a piece of foil over this, but at this point in time, I'm not going to. Okay, you take your handle, push it through, and then you lift this up, slide it down, put that back over, and that's how you could do your sear or smoke. Okay, so that's what this is for. And then you just basically put your list. There you go. All right. Then we turn this up to smoke. Hit prime button until we hear the pellets dropping out of the. It takes a while for them to go from here. It's real slow. The auger goes like super slow. Take all this off. It's like, see how easy that is? It's almost like I've done it once before. So there's the auger. You can see it's going around. Okay, well, they finally, it took like probably a couple minutes, wouldn't you say, Michelle? Oh, yeah. So it takes a while for them to run through there. But now they're dropping.
If you're not patient, don't watch.
Yeah. So we shut it off so you didn't have to deal with that with us. But yeah, you can see it's like it's popping the little pellets down in there. So yeah. Put that, make sure that's not on top of there. It goes down below it. Put your little super duper handle there, slide it in, move it back a little bit, and then slide it forward so it works good like that. And we're ready to put this grate back on. Yeah, we need to go rub that chicken. So we're just going to leave it up, and once it starts smoking, we'll turn it back on and show you what's going on. We did it.
Yay.
Bop and host. Thanks for joining us. Again, my name's Brent and my wife's Michelle, and we're just doing stuff around the house. Our beautiful, she can probably show our fifth wheel up there, Allie we call her. But she's up there waiting for us. And we can't wait to go camping again. But anyways, thanks again, guys. Hit like, hit subscribe. Appreciate it. This is our first video. We've got a lot more coming out. I'm going to do one on solar up there on Allie, and installed our 13 solar panels, and also installed our so yeah, I can't wait to show you that. It was so much fun. And look at this smoke. Hey, we'll see you guys next week.